Before this video starts, I want to stress by saying that this video is exaggerated, it's a joke, it's satire, and please try not to take it too seriously. I mean, my whole channel's based on comedy and, well, profession. This review is not a serious review, hence why the word review in the title has quotation marks in it. So, take it as a joke. Don't take it way too seriously. And if you don't like this kind of humor, then at least try your best to pity laugh or something. And if you're offended by this kind of comedy, post it to Tumblr and see if they care. I don't know. Alright, let's go. When you saw the 2020 Austrian Grand Prix, either live or even a replay of it, you're likely to agree that it is the best race you've ever saw. Probably better than the Brazilian Grand Prix of 2019. Heck, the 2020 Austrian Grand Prix could be the best race of the season, or better yet, the best race of the decade. But if you haven't seen the race, then you're missing out on a lot of things. So, if you haven't actually seen the race for yourself, either a replay or live, I'm going to give you a review or a race summary of the entire Grand Prix. And it will be the most accurate race summary that you've ever seen. The FOM will accept me into the analysis department, or something like that, I don't know. Let's get started right away. Get this, okay? We have 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go for qualifying, where Valtteri Bottas here pulls a Nico Rosberg. Watch what he does at turn 4. He spins out, which is exactly what Nico Rosberg would do to prevent his teammate Lewis Hamilton from getting pole. Speaking of Lewis Hamilton, since he did not slow down for the yellow flags for the unintentional spin out his teammate had, he was handed a 3-place grid penalty for ignoring yellow flags. This was especially helpful for McLaren driver Lando Norris, who originally qualified 4th, but was promoted to 3rd. Well, that's really all there is with qualifying. Well, if including the fact that Vettel and Ferrari were slower than a Williams and a McLaren Honda engine. Are McLaren Honda jokes still relevant in 2020? Please tell me they are. Well, there you have it. That wraps up qualifying. Now let's move on to the race. Nothing spectacular happens on the formation lap. We're gonna skip it. Well, I mean, you got your 5 lights and all, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, here they are. And the lights are out, and away we go. And Alex Albon forces Lewis Hamilton out of the groove, which will probably come back to bite him in the ass. I predict probably in the next 60 laps or so. And to the surprise of absolutely pretty much everyone in Austria, Max Verstappen has retired from this race because, well, the Honda-powered engines is the reason. Well, of course, that was a Honda joke. I don't know if they're going to be relevant in the next few years or so, but he's out of this race. And Ricciardo's engine's gone. It is now drier than the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It's blown up, basically. It's so hot, it blew up. And I'll tell you what, he will not be grinning after that. And Romain Grosjean does almost the exact same thing that Valtteri Bottas did during Q3 in qualifying, and he does it not once, but twice. Well, I thought one would just be enough, like an egg, but I suppose not. Oh hey, look who's here to join the retirement club. Lance Stroll, and I don't know what the issue is. He's just coming into the pits for some reason. Oh, it's Kevin Magnussen out this time. I don't know if Günther Steiner told him to bin it, or if one of the crew members did a horrible thing on his car during a pit stop. But all we know is he's out, and it just so happened that it brought out a safety car. And after Magnussen brings out an unexpected safety car, it means that the front runners now come into the pits, those being Mercedes, Red Bull, and of course McLaren. And nobody would have guessed that this soon would become a superb plan from the McLaren crew. Back under green flags, and Vettel makes an outrageous dive up the inside of upcoming Ferrari driver Carlos Sainz, which just so happens to be the exact same move he tried to pull on Hamilton 2 years ago. You might as well just stay behind people. Also, I believe Ferrari may breach the contract of Sainz after that move. Now James is telling the Mercedes drivers not to go on the curbs because reliability. And now George Russell blows up. I mean, I don't know if that's gonna add anything to the competition itself. Safety car, lads! Basically, everybody pits under the safety car for fresh tires. No big surprise there, I must say. Other than the fact that McLaren jumped the racing point. And just as the safety car comes into the pits to restart the race, a careless mechanic who formerly worked for Haas F1 team did not tighten the lug nut on Kimi Raikkonen's right front tire, which caused it to go poof, dislodge, and nearly kill Sebastian Vettel. And it was also under this safety car condition where mass confusion and frustration started to ensue. For some reason, unbeknownst to me and probably to everybody else, Alex Albon overtook Sergio Perez for track position under the safety car. And Perez was not having any of it, but Albon was like, who cares? It's perfectly legal. But he didn't know what was soon about to happen. We restart the race, and here Alexander Albon has a great run on Lewis Hamilton, but then Hamilton does the ultimate racing sin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I say that would soon come back to bite him in the ass in about 60 laps or so of time? And it's like we're in Brazil 2019 again, because after this incident, Hamilton was handed a 5-second time penalty. Later on, it was revealed that Sergio Perez sped in the pits, and so he was also handed a very harsh
5-second time penalty.
Meanwhile, we shouldn't discount Lando Norris out of this race because look at the moves he's making. Around the outside of his teammate Sainz through turn 4 and 5, and overtaking Perez majestically into turn 3. Oh, I'm turned on by this. Don't take that out of context, please. And Albon's out. Well, you see, Hamilton, you see the damages you did? Meanwhile, Vettel finally found a way how to overtake someone up the inside. He does it on the AlphaTauri of Daniel Kvyat, and Kvyat's probably shocked by that. And he should be, because half a lap later, his tire blows up. Well, maybe pooped out after all that hard rock into heavy metal and hard bass, whatever it's called. Well, there's so many DNFs in this race, I haven't seen this many DNFs since rewatching the 1996 Monaco Grand Prix. And after a very insane race of DNFs, crashes, craziness, and controversy, Valtteri Bottas wins the race with Charles Leclerc coming in second and Lando Norris finishing third.
There'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.